Hello everyone, and first things first, apologies. My voice is a little croaky. My nasals still a little more congested than maybe I'd like, but and the end result is that it's affected my voice in a negative manner. It's had a negative impact, which is frustrating because I recently got this lovely little mic stand that you can see to my right, holding my blue snowball, fancy little pop filter, pop pop pop, just to make things sound a little bit nicer, and then my voice goes and commits seppuku. So not a great start, but it is what it is. I've had to recover from a little bit of an illness. Had basically just a cold. Izzy came back last week. She had a cold. I looked after her for a couple of days, and then I got her cold. And of course, because I'm male, I got it as man flu. It was significantly worse than hers, or at least I suffered a lot more. And as a result, she had to look after me, and it was a lot more testing for her than it was for me, I can promise you. But all of that aside, pardon me, sorry. Let's play some Hearthstone today. We need to rank up a bit. We're only at rank 10 right now, which is frustrating. We have all hero levels at 60. That's pretty cool. I didn't know I'd done that. And we want to be playing ranked, and I've been enjoying playing rogue. I've also been enjoying this elemental mage list. If Squid's in chat, we might give some more goes to that, because I know Squid likes elemental mage. Let's stick with the rogue deck. So this is like your classic miracle rogue style, I guess. You know, you've got 2 copies of Sprint, the Faldori Strider, stuff like that, Edwins, Fireflies, like typical rogue. How rogue was, but then rogue stopped being like that because odd rogue became a thing and Kaliseth was a thing, and there was a lot of reasons to not play decks like this. Anyway, I don't know what to expect from mages right now. I'm guessing, like, I'd like to say odd mage probably. Yeah, okay, odd mage, that makes a lot of sense. Which makes Firefly on turn 1 not bad. Although it's strange, I've got to change my mindset about what Firefly is useful for. I was just playing Mage, a lot of elemental mage, where Firefly is really useful for getting an elemental played last turn proc, whereas in Rogue it's really good for combo procs. So I've got to keep in mind that difference. Just got a Facebook message, so I'll quickly check it out. I think it's basically just going to be like, play a Faldori on 4. Engaging content, looking at my phone. Yeah, good. No significant opposition, that's what I like to see. They're not doing much, but I'm developing stuff, so... Like, Jan'alai is a really scary card in the Odd Mage deck, but everything else, not that scary. Start drawing cards through Elven Minstrel. We can Vilespine the Tar Creeper. Doesn't sound terrible. I mean, the thing is, if I just hit the 4 into the Tar Creeper, it just gets pinged off, and I don't like that. I think I'd prefer to trade the 4 into there. But then what am I doing with my what am I actually doing with the backstab here? I guess I can push 4 damage to the face. That's not bad. Positioning matter? Positioning does matter for Meteor, not that they could really get Meteor in any way. I'm gonna go for it doesn't matter. Pushing 4. Doesn't feel the best, but the lower that you get them, like getting them low makes a real big difference. What can you see? Oh, it's the pop filter. I was like, what can you see to my right? The pop filter. Okay, I forgot about Dragon's Fury, so that's my bad. This looks like it could be... I was gonna go for the Prep Evis Elven Minstrel, but Firefly Elven Minstrel seems like a much better player. And then I could choose to Prep Evis one of these if I wanted. I think the damage is better off going into their face. Holding the prep for a sprint is really important too. I'm going to play the other Flame Elemental instead. The next turn we got like Faldori and the SI7 agent. Seems quite reasonable. Fortunately 3-2s do not line up very well against this hero power. What more Tark Reavers? Kind of annoying. They're not pushing damage to the face though, so they're not putting the pressure on, but they're controlling the board really well. There's an Edwin. I can make Edwin pretty big. We're gonna get that Big Edwin Energy. I mean, it seems a lot better than playing an SI7 agent, right? I get to clear one of the Arcane Tyrants while I'm at it. Sure. Do it. Didn't feel like a good enough reason to drop the prep on just the Eviscerate normally. But if it gives 2 extra procs on the Edwin, that seems like a better reason to do it. If that Big Edwin makes contact with my opponent's face, they're in for a lot of hurt. This could be the Gentle Eye turn. I don't think they've actually dealt 8 with the hero power, right? Probably only 6. I think that's 8 there. Why are they doing it like this then? What have you got? Blast Wave. Okay. So Edwin can make contact with face. That's pretty cool. I think we need to draw more cards, right? So do that. And then, do I hit? The thing about hitting is that it could take a proc away from a Henchclan Thug, depending on how I want to spend my mana. We have 21 cards in deck, 6 of them are Spider Ambushes. So that's like, it's a 6 in what's a 6 in 21 chance? Reduce that down. It's over a quarter, right? It's pretty near a quarter. 1 in 4 chance.
Hello.
Alright, I'll hit that face. She said hello. It's like she's inviting me to hit her face. So like now this is easily pinged, sure, but that leaves behind a 3-2 and a 3-3. And what are you doing for 6 mana? Fireball from the Blast Wave to kill a 3-3. Feels pretty weak. Another 3 mana thing. Oh, a secret. Okay, interesting. So what could secret mean? Secret could be like vaporize, ice barrier. There's so many mage secrets right now. God damn. Let's go for. I mean, could be explosive runes. Frozen clone. Okay, well, that clone's not going to help you very much. One thing I'm a little worried about, overcommitting here. They will run Flame Strike. If I overcommit, my SI7 agent dies for no real good reason. However, if they do Flame Strike, I get like another chance at drawing. I don't think it's worth the 2 damage. I think I can get it elsewhere, right? And like, why not setting up for lethal?
Welcome to the show.
Okay, so that's killing this anyway. What are you doing with the rest of your 6 mana? Gluttonous Ooze? Sure. Not too bad. And one of those Henchclan Thugs. Well, the Henchclan Thugs are just 3 mana 3/3s. Oh, there's a Spider Ambush and a Sprint. That's pretty great. Get some more spiders on the field. Okay, so I think we should trade in our Elven Minstrel because it dies really easily to pings. And then we can like backstab SI7 agent, the other one. Or actually no, we could trade this in and then backstab Fan of Knives, and that way we're not overcommitting too much. These spiders are doing a lot by themselves already, right? So do that, do that, do that. Double Cold Blood in hand, that's pretty good. Draw that Leroy Jenkins and we got a lot of damage going. Opponent really seems to need Flame Strike here. I don't think that's gonna cut it. Not when we've got double Cold Blood in hand. Playing stuff in the hopes that they don't die, but they will die. We'll just sap the taunt. I mean, we don't even need to do the double Cold Blood, but it's fun. So let's do it. Yeah, really liking this list. You can see gone 18 and 10 with it so far. However, a lot of those games were at the lower ranks. But then, you know, again, some of the losses were definite misplays. It's a tricky deck to play. You gotta think a lot at every turn, and it's easy to you know, go down the wrong line of logic, end up thinking something that you shouldn't be thinking, or that, you know, making a mistake because of a certain way that you processed your logic and such. But sorry, I don't know why I just looked to the door to make sure it was closed. It is closed. Hunter. Hunter. I don't know why I did such a Geordie accent for that. I think Hunter historically is like a pretty mixed matchup for me. Hunter 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 loss, 1 loss. Actually, okay, seems like it's kind of a bad matchup. Thought it was better. Yeah, puts it at 37% through HearthstoneReplay.net's statistics. By the way, we'll try our best. We have won some games. I think, like, I'm not sure what the key to winning this one is. I think Faldery Strider's a really big card in this matchup. The problem is they deal with your stuff just too well. Cards like Flanking Strike, you know, remove your threat and give them an equally sized one, and that's really powerful. But we've got a quite nice setup here for HenchClan Thug to maybe stay alive. See what kind of hunter we're playing against. A lot of the ones that I've I think like there's been a bit of a shift towards Beast Hunter, but at the lower ranks it seems Secret Hunter is more popular. We'll see if he can get that 1 extra chip damage for the HenchClan Thug. Could consider like coining out the Flame Elemental to hedge against a Deadly Shot or something. But it only gives you a 50-50, actually doesn't even give you a 50-50 chance, could just clear it with the bow. Okay. But what's that secret? That's the game we're playing now. Not one of the ones that will trigger when you do that. That's fine. I'm not going to attack because I'm like fairly sure it's a freezing trap. And if our HenchClan Thug just like continues to get big, that's probably pretty good for us. Could have considered the sprint there actually. That was maybe a mistake to not do that. That's the flanking strike. Ouch. So I really do want to backstab that. Backstab, hit it. Then I guess I can Elven Minstrel.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Yes, there's a possibility that it's Rat Trap, but I'm not seeing it right this second. Let's just hold on. Use the keep the Firefly to juice this Question Adventurer. We might be able to get a lot of value out of that. Voluntarily breaks the weapon. Equips a candle shot. Okay. So we got rid of some of the value of the secrets. Now if there is a freezing... Oh, that's pretty good. I can get like a really big question and a really big Edwin. See what happens here. Freezing, yep. And a wandering monster. Not much I can do about that. In fact, I'm not totally sure what to do about the... Do here, do I... Surely I can't prep. Oh, I can shadow step, that's better. Okay, so... Question Adventurer. Coin. Firefly. Shadow step the Firefly. Replay the Firefly. Play Edwin. Yeah, that's pretty good. Can you deal with it? Please don't have like hunters, double hunter's mark. Absolutely wreck me. That feels good, getting that big Edwin energy. Definitely like that. I guess like there was also the possibility of prepping the Cold Blood. I didn't feel like the right player. You got a secret? You got a secret, you want me to keep it? No, wow, okay. I mean that's incredibly brave, because like I only need to play 3 cards to kill, and you know I've got 2 flame elementals in hand. So big Edwin energy. Also big question energy. Seems good. Down with the Ogre Magi. I want to be above that. It's so hard to climb the ranks now though. Now that every single rank has 5 stars associated with it. You gotta kind of just forget that you're climbing the ranks. Just keep playing the game. Because I haven't played for... Because like I took like a month or 2 off of Hearthstone basically. I was just playing Magic the Gathering Arena mostly. So my rank fell really far, and now like we're almost halfway through the month. And I've been playing quite a bit of Hearthstone. It's just really hard to get back up those ranks once you've fallen. Okay, big Edwins are very difficult for a priest to deal with, I think. If you get them like on curve kind of thing. So if we can drop like a 8/8 Edwin on 3, that would be ideal. Or even, I don't know, like a 6/6 Edwin on 2? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Gives me a lot of tempo to work with. But we need something to backstab. Give us a Fire Tree Witch Doctor. That does really well at giving us something to backstab. Coin backstab Edwin. 6/6 on turn 3. Like, we're not doing anything else. I don't see the point in holding on to it. If we drew a Firefly, that might make me think twice. Means we can get an 8/8 Edwin on turn 3 rather than a 6/6 on turn 2. Nah, I think I prefer the 6/6 on turn 2. And then I can start using the Firefly and stuff to get tempo in the later turns. Or to activate combos. Other combos. We don't draw anyway, so coin. And if you give me a perfect backstab target, play a 6/6. Now if they happen to have picked up a death there, or they just play Shadow Word Death, I'm going to be very upset. Don't get me wrong. But other than that, I think we could be on the right track. Once again, big Edwin energy. This is more like averagely sized Edwin energy. 6/6, the US national average for Edwins. Our opponent in the tank heals the Edwin. Thanks. I can't click it. Yeah. This seems good. I don't know why, but I feel like playing the Firefly hedges against something. Or other. Possibly other. So they're playing Fire Tree Witch Doctor. Playing dragons. Now that usually means inner fire combo or topsy-turvy combo. Seems like a good thing to get sapped this turn.
Here we go.
The longer we can ignore their threats for, the better. But yeah, Twilight Acolyte would be, you know, a real sad thing to see for Edwin. How else would they kill a 6/6 right now? Crowd roster? A bit of a ways off that. We started with the coin, so there's no chance of them ramping. There's the Twilight Acolyte. Just a little while to see it. Oh, we can backstab and use the Vile Spine to kill it. Kinda like, because it leaves us with a 2/6, and that's pretty big. Although, I feel like our mind's about to get changed. Maybe actually it's a good idea to trade off the Edwin. Like, I don't want to give them a 2/6 for free. Is it worth doing something kinda silly just to play around 2/6? There's nothing else I'm playing for 1 mana, right? So I may as well play the Firefly and then do the Elven Minstrel. Or the Flame Elemental, I should say. That or I can hold on to it for another turn because the 1/2 is not that big of a deal. Yeah, okay. Elven Minstrel.
Once was a man from Gilneas.
Lapdogs, all of you.
How much do I want to really hedge against it? Ah, quite a hard decision.
We go.
With this number of cards in hand, I think it's just right to play the Flame Elemental. Because we've got a Firefly that's going to give us two chances to proc combo and stuff. We don't need to hold on to a third one, I don't feel. I guess Duskbreaker is a good reason to not do that. Fair enough. Elven Minstrel.
A man from Gilneas.
Henchclan Thug and a questing. Interesting. So now I want to deploy the Faldori Strider really, but we can start like juicing our quest and our Henchclan Thug. I was gonna say 4/4s are hard to deal with, but they're not if you've got multiple of them, because then Mass Hysteria hits them. Psychic Scream. I don't know. Priest. The weakness of Priest is like killing them before turn 5 right now. Or having, you know, doing a lot of damage and having spells to kill them with. But yeah, I guess if I play questing Flame Elemental, Henchclan Thug, I got 2 4/4s. It's kind of hard to deal with. Only actually you hit that into that. Then you play Mass Hysteria and you've guaranteed cleared everything. I guess we just have to hope for the best.
Here we go.
There's nothing else I can do really, is there? There's no real way to hedge around Mass Hysteria without just not developing the board at all. But you know, now they can just trade the Duskbreaker into this, for example. Actually, then if they Mass Hysteria, there's a chance Flame Elemental just kills the question and then this doesn't die. So yeah, I guess this is actually the hedge play. Because we more than likely get left with something. What if you just mass hysteria without attacking with the 3/4 though? What if you do that? Killing the Hench clan. Interesting. I can't prep sprint and Vilespine, unfortunately. Which do I want to? I'm gonna prep fan Vilespine.
I wonder.
Alternatively, I can just like fan Vilespine. Fan Vilespine? Sure. Fan into fan. I like it. Coin Cold Blood does give this 12 power. Say coin, I mean prep. Kind of the same right now. And 6 toughness actually, which means that it wouldn't die to mass hysteria. Yeah, I think that's worthwhile. Although doing things that way makes it actually a mistake to not prep the Fan of Knives. Order lol. Could have had 2 extra mana, could have like equipped a weapon. But this is more resilient than mass hysteria. Sure, it can be screamed, but then we just sprint next turn anyway. Like, unless we're winning next turn, we're almost always sprinting next turn, right?
Must consider.
It doesn't feel that bad. Interesting thing about this list is it only plays 1 copy of Shadow Step. Which I think is kind of right. The only thing you really want to be Shadow Stepping, like, ideally is Leroy Jenkins. See, that's not even that bad because this can still continue to grow. This needs to be Vilespine apps. Oh! Or sapped? No, I guess. Vilespine. Pretty necessary. Actually, do I mind taking 12? I do not mind taking 12.
This guy's tough.
Here we
Unless they, I don't know, somehow get me with Xeric's cloning gallery. Double mind blast me right now or something. I think we're fine. Apologise for the sniffles. I've got to blow my nose after this game. Lovely thoughts, I know. Just realised that Big Edwin Energy. The acronym would be B. As in a bumblebee, as in B movie. As in the pinnacle of Jerry Seinfeld's career.
Consider.
Oh, that's a sad Anduin. Anduin that kills nothing. Anduin that could have killed this, but you chose to Twilight Curse it instead. So you're on 15, we've got 7, 8. That'll do it, right? 6, 11, 14, 15. Yeah, boy. I'll find one of those just in case. Wasn't necessary though. But just to show off that we can do it, I'm gonna go sort out the gnolls. Oh, but we still get bonus stars, that's sweet.
Valera versus Valera.
watch your back. I always do.
Alright, and back. This is not a good hand. Keep the backstab because I feel like it's good to have early interaction with your rogue opponent. Especially if they're like odd, and then you can kill the stuff. Seems good. Oh, it's quest. Interesting. Have not played this matchup. But wow, that's super interesting. Let's see if we can kill them before they can combo off. We are usually quite a fast deck. So we got that going for us, but we might need to play our cards right. It's a more literal than usual metaphor when you say we got to play our cards right when you're playing a game of Hearthstone. You're actually talking about the cards. Stone Tusk Ball. Okay. I really want to SI7 agent that now. I can Firefly coin SI it. It's actually kind of good, right? Yeah.
This guy's toast.
Killing their bouncers is important. I need to not miss points of damage with the weapon because that could make all the difference. So they should hopefully be pretty slow to begin with. But then you know how Quest Rogue is. Sometimes they come up with some pretty ridiculous tools. Straight into the Faldori Strider. I think we're going to have the chance to weapon up if we need to. We need to hope to get a little bit lucky with those spiders.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Okay. But you're getting backstabbed, you're getting Vile Spine to push more damage. And we have 8 points of damage in hand. As long as we can like play a Firefly or something first. So that's really good. They need to be able to like deal with this entire board. They could vanish. Just Scale Hard gets a point or two of life. I'll just go in face before you bounce it. Sure. I feel like it might have been a better idea to switch bounce targets. Although actually that said, this couldn't gain any life, so maybe not. Oh, Shadow Step, that's a big deal. So I can weapon up.
I wonder.
How do I do this? I can weapon up, break that. Or 7 into the face. Okay, alright. We're just gonna have to do something like... Because not Vile Spining that saves them too much HP. Now you're on 11. Okay. So even if they do heal back up through completing the quest and somehow still having another... Like you're not gonna be able to... You'd need prep and then quest, and then you can hit for 10. But you don't have it. So you just lose the game. You lose on board.
Well, I did.
I was tense. I thought that was going to be scary. Apparently not. Oh, when you get the bonus stars, a lot easier to climb. Give me that Silverhand Knight. Give me that Spellmaster. I think the other thing I need to do is play a number of mechs. What deck plays mechs these days? I guess every deck that plays Ziliax plays mechs, so there's that. Should this deck be playing Ziliax? Can't remember. Or am I playing the full list? I want to say I'm playing the full list, but I really can't be sure of that. I just stole it from Hafu, after all. Not Hafu, Alistraza. Oh, I feel like a bad sexist person now. So we want Just the backstab, I think. Probably won't mind drawing SI7, but we gotta look for better, like Edwin. And even Hench Clan Thug, I suppose. Hench Clan Thug's kept 94.8% of the time, really? Doesn't feel entirely correct. Don't want to backstab that, just in case. Like, what if something else is better? What if we draw Edwin next turn? Then we'll be very, very pleased. Even SI7 agent, that's pretty good. I'll take it.
This guy's toast.
Let's delay now a Hench Clan Thug, but I don't know, this feels like if I can get control of the board, I can kill him. I've got more burst damage than they do, so I have access to Eviscerate and they do not. Also, I have like a better control of the board generally. That's a little frustrating. Well, that works. I can cold blood this guy and then eviscerate the Hench Clan. Alternative lines of play, like backstab, play the Hench Clan Thug. I'll do it this way. Seems good.
Lights out.
We're like even on health total right now, but my board's slightly better. Turn 4 looks like it's going to be difficult though, unless I draw like exactly Faldori Strider. We're going to have to do something suboptimal, I'm thinking. Phone's making noises. No, it's just, I have like, my phone came installed, I don't think I installed this. I think I might have activated it by like accidentally going to the tab on the phone that activates this. But it has a news bulletin type thing, like it just automatically sends me notifications of what it deems to be newsworthy stories. And they're always like super depressing. I don't wanna hear about it, you know? That one was like, guy has been stabbed. I'm like, well, thanks for letting me know, I guess. Second prep. That's really not what we were after, is it? We gotta backstab poke this. Otherwise it trades too well. And then I'm going to hit his face, because chances are he wants to trade into this anyway. Could Vile Spine it? Actually could not Vile Spine it. Unless you've stolen prep from me with Blink Fox. Which is possible. Seems a little absurd. A little out there, you know? Instead, I think the more likely scenario that they're going to weapon up and hit into this. Oh, they're going to cold blood to hit into it? Nice, okay. This is a pretty good target to sap. I get to start juicing my Hench Clan Thug. Hopefully I draw something that I can prep next turn. Sapping a 3/3, it's not the best use of sap, but like tempo. We're a tempo deck, we're playing against another tempo deck. We need to get ahead on the tempo. Okay.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Let's just refresh our hand.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Yep. We value now. When you've got nothing better to do, you value. Threw away that prep. Like the prep was anti-value, I guess. Strange mix of tempo and value in that play. Ouch. Oh, I was really expecting them to hit the thing with a weapon. Oh, I risk taking a lot of damage if I do not kill that 3-3. So I guess we once again misuse prep. And unless they've already played, is that their second Valspine or their first? I think it's their first Valspine. They've got another Valspine. This is absolutely horrible. If not, it's maybe salvageable. It's gonna be difficult to stay alive though.
This guy's toast.
Size 7. At least trading with the minion. That makes me happy. I was gonna say that makes me good. No, not much could make you good. 5, 8, 10. We're getting close to the end of our tether. And the minions we can actually draw at this point are slim. So we're just having to hope that they don't have a cold blood or anything like that, because then we're just definitely dead. We drew poorly, if they drew hot. I mean, not drawing out Edwin's kind of bad, not drawing out Fan of Knives is kind of bad. We just dead now? Oh, yeah, we're dead. We tot's dead. Interesting. I don't know how much I could have done. I spent a lot of time trying to out-tempo them, and then like when we shifted tracks, moved on to a different game plan, we couldn't really carry like couldn't really carry our tempo over into the value game plan. It's like those 12 points of damage that we dealt to them, or 16 points of damage or whatever it was, however low we got them, ended up like not mattering at all because we died first. And the race wasn't even close by the end of it, so maybe it was a bad idea to spend the time damaging their face. I don't know, at the same time it kind of feels like we only damaged their face when we couldn't do anything else. But we managed to win our last game against Hunter, right, by just having a really big Edwin. Can we replicate that? I really want to keep Faldori Strider in hand. And Hearthstone Replay .net seems to like that plan, so I like that plan. However, Question Adventure is something apparently you do not want in your opening hand, but is kept a surprising amount of the time anyway. Question Adventure actually, you know, statistically, it looks like here, one of the worst cards in the deck. Questing, its played win rate is 52.5%. Its drawn win rate is 50.7%. Its mulligan win rate is 50.8%. Seems pretty weak. Not as weak as actually a lot of the other played win rate cards, like Backstab is somehow lower, even though I feel like Backstab's a really good card. Do we want to trigger the secret? Depends on what it is, right?
Here we go.
Probably Wandering Monster though.
Let me light the way.
Turns out the answer was no, we do not want to trigger the secret. I don't know, I'm scared of bulls and such. Maybe we should find ourselves playing some more Hunter. Another thing sometimes I wonder is should Thalnos be in this deck? Could you replace a card for Thalnos? Good with oh my god, that's pretty incredible. Thalnos is pretty good with Fan of Knives, also with the eviscerates. So I think there's a reason to put him in. Also just like draws more cards, which is pretty good. Sometimes that's all you want to do. Seems like we were really getting things handed to us here. SI7 agent, well that helps. We're still going to take like at least 7 more points of damage before we even have a hope to turn this around. Got Spellstone, that's 3 wolves, which is quite good. Unleash instead, okay. That's effective. Just gonna go all face with all of it. No? Okay. Some amount of clearing. I can kinda respect that. I feel like we questing SI7 agent you, hit you, bounce the SI. No, that's bad.
Give me a quest. Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
Also, we have like no potential way to get lifesteal, so we're not in a good spot. We need to just win within 5 turns and not take any more damage. 4 turns even, because this doggy can hit our face. And not take any more damage whatsoever. It seems unlikely. It's because it is unlikely, Basil. Racking. Sure. Looking for the burn, probably. Can't say I blame you. We're looking for the Spellstone, okay. Well, this is almost hopeful. We drew a spider ambush as well. That's pretty cool. Oh man, how big could we possibly make something? Like Leroy double Coldblood, that has 14 power. We've played 3 cards. This becomes 6. That's 23 damage right there, which is nothing to sneeze at. But we really need to control the board, otherwise we're just going to die. So that's the the first order of the day, I think. This makes things cost 2 less, so out of the question with the Valspine Slayer. I believe we could do with drawing Eviscerates, actually, that wouldn't be bad. Let's try this. Backstabs do things. I think. Oh no, don't do it! Oh my god! Took too long, took too long, took too long! Ah! God damn. That's all okay. Drop back down to rank 10, which feels bad. But it's not too bad. We just be playing Hunter. Feels like Hunter's very strong. I don't have subject 9, sadly. But maybe that's not the worst. I also don't have Zul'jin. That's probably not even... Like, Zul'jin's good, but I'm not even sure if he's totally necessary. Warlock, interesting, okay. Warlock should be a pretty easy win, I think. What win rate? 64% versus Warlock. I probably have higher than that, I think. I'm not trying to brag, I'm just trying to be accurate about the details that I supply. Lakari sacrifice, okay, let's do this. Guess we gotta look out for Cataclysm. Oh my god, Sap seems pretty good. Seems like something that can get hit with a dagger. Could also be backstabbed if I just want to. I think just hardcore, just discarding 3 cards. 1 mana, discard 3 cards. Interesting. Ooh. Now you gotta ask yourself. Yeah. Okay. Backstab this. Prep. Ban. Edwin. That's a pretty big boy. That's a pretty big Edwin. Big Edwin Energy. Once again. Didn't just decide to eviscerate the face because I wanted the cycle from the ouch. I wanted the cycle from the fan. Oh, that backstab, that's a great draw. I was just going to sap it for the tempo, but this is even better. Sap the next thing for the tempo. Could be seeing a Cataclysm right now. Cataclysm is probably like the best thing they could play right now.
Who dares summon me?
Don't know how I feel about the 5/7. I guess the answer's got to be like pretty good, right? I think they're just taking the next turn off to play. It doesn't matter what they're doing. I'm doing this. I'm hitting them for 8. And now it just feels like there's no possible way for them to get back in this. With the exception of no, they can't Cataclysm now. Yeah, that'd be insane. Get rid of their quests to reward. That'd be too good. Okay. Discard Warlock's still not a deck, as it turns out. But actually, I'm gonna throw this Hunter deck into my deck builder, see how much I've got for it. Actually, I'm missing Snake Trap, wow. And a copy of Master's Call, Subject 9, and Zul'jin. Okay, well those things aren't the worst. I could put in like an extra secret plan. Why are you playing all these secrets if I'm not playing Secret Keeper? I thought that was the point. It's because of Subject 9, I guess. So what we actually want is Beast's Energy. We can get it. Timberwolf? Is that good enough? Who knows? Extra copy of Dire Frenzy. Extra copy of Tundra Rhino. Actually, I kinda like the idea of. Oh, no, you can't put a Handmaster in. Then it messes up your Master's Call. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, so I mean it's interesting to look at this deck and to think you know, kinda how close I would be to playing it. Like some pretty big exclusions is the problem. Subject 9's really good, Zul'jin's really good, Master's Call's pretty essential, so Snake Trap. Like, if the cards I was missing were... I mean, what cards there's not many cards you're happy to not play in this deck. But so I think I'm going to go back to the Elemental Mage. I was having a lot of fun with that. It was making me quite excited to play. I think that's what I need to recapture right now. So let's go to Elemental Mage. Okay. Knock.
Watch your back. You asked for it.
Knock. Shush. Okay. Gotta think a little differently now. So against Rogue, don't like the Bonfire Elemental, but I do like Tolvia Stone Shaper. It seems like it lines up pretty well against their threats. Probably Odd Rogue, so Mindbreaker is actually great. Maybe they're not Odd Rogue. Okay, what rogue? Pirate Rogue? Could theoretically exist. This seems like really bad play. Okay, we'll trade it in. Play the other one so that we can coin out Tolvia next turn if we want. We can also coin out the Fire Plume. That's a play. Depends on what our opponent's got. And I really don't know what to expect with those opening lines. We get an Edwin? Raiding party, okay. And you got the full 2 pirates and the weapon. Okay, what weapon are you playing? Surely not Kingsbane. Let's go for Tolvia. Next turn we can Fire Plume, and then we can Bonfire Elemental. Hopefully find something to bridge the gap for 6, and then Blaze Caller on 7. It was pretty fine. A little confused as to what our opponent is doing. Like, so last time I underestimated a rogue, it was Malygos Rogue, okay? But this one seems unlikely to be Malygos Rogue. Not with Raiding Party. Although, I mean, Malygos gives spell damage, Raiding Party is a spell. How do you like them apples? Me? What's going on? Kingsbane! It's there! I can't Spellbreaker it, sadly. I'm really waiting for the matchup where this Mindbreaker comes in handy. It's there for OTK Paladin, which I was having quite a bit of trouble with as this deck. But I think it has applications beyond that as well. I'm just going to draw the card. Gluttonous Ooze feels good in this matchup, I guess. If our opponent uses many weapon buffs.
Blood and plunder.
I feel they might have just gone for like more like a pirate
This guy's tough.
vibe. Just happens to use the weapon. Now feels like a pretty good time to silence this. The only possible way to play an elemental this turn is to play with Tar Creeper though. I guess it's actually double yeah, this isn't bad. Ozrock is pretty good for our deck, I think. You just like play bunch of Fireflies and Glacial Shards on a turn, and then Osrock the next one. It's pretty good. So yeah, this is presumably taking at least 1 damage, so then I can Blaze Caller it next turn. That, or we get a Silencer and Gluttonous Ooze the weapon if they buff it significantly, somehow. I do just think though this is like a pirate deck, they're playing Kingsbane to just always have a weapon. Yes. No. It's like a different variant of Tempo Rogue. It has its merits, I suppose. I'm yawning.
I wonder.
I've been up since like 7:30, 8 AM, but I didn't expect to be yawning at 2 PM. Fair enough, that is like 7 or 8 hours. Or 6 or 7 hours, I suppose. It's not an unreasonable amount of time to be awake and feel sleepy, but... This? Sure. File spine, okay. This thing is not getting it's not getting Blaze Collared. Could however get Voodoo Dolled. And I feel like Voodoo Dolling this and then just not doing anything else is really bad. If I lose because I let this thing get out of control, fair enough, but my silence is still available next turn. I just need to not get... How did they redraw the Kingsman so fast? Alright, I think we got it now. Oh. It's actually very close to the wire. Which I did not realize. I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Book of Spectres. 3-6-0. Yeah, okay, this seems like the best player. So I'm on 6, they've got 2 on board. 1 card in hand. Then we really need to draw into like a Zilliax or something. Ouch. Please not Leroy? Oh my god, deadly poison. Wow. Yeah, I guess I did lose because I let the Henchpanther get out of control. I maybe should have just taken a tempo hit earlier and spell brokered it. Feels bad, man. You know, that felt bad. Morgul? Who's playing Shaman? Oh my god, look at that! That's crazy. I'm keeping that. Is it good? Maybe not. I don't know. But it's funny. I can Book of Spectres turn 2 and on turn 4 I can like basically double Book of Spectres. Oh, even Shaman. Okay, sure. No. I'm really hoping for the... Ah, I can't get a turn 3 Mountain Giant because you can only do that when you've got the coin. Oh well, no matter.
Job's done.
Some good cards. Primal Fin Totem. Ugh. Alright, I think we've got some pretty powerful cards in our deck. They're all about having a wide board. We're all about clearing wide boards. Should be okay. Hope. Powerful. Powerful turn. Alright, so we probably we go down to 6. Yeah, we probably do not want to be arugling. Arugel instead. For this. Pick the Omega Defender, I suppose. Freeze you. See, like we got good removal options. Got our Arcanosaur for wide boards. We got Voodoo Doll for a singular big threat. Good, just works. And if we draw things like Fire Plume Phoenix, we can even start to take down the smaller threats. That seems like the wrong side to put that card on. I think you want to put it on this side of the Searing Totem. But the Searing Totem has full power. Guess that works though. When I get to like... What saves me more? It probably saves me a lot more life to ping this and then play a double Firefly, right? Do I need to play a double Firefly? Is he going to trade into it anyway? That's the important question. I guess if he doesn't, then I can probably get away with not playing the Arcanosaur, right? So if it lives, good. If it dies, also good. I like not that. Ah. Guess that's like all I can do. I don't like it. Ouch. Wow. Just dead. Man, maybe playing the double Firefly wasn't a good idea. But let him play 2 Mountain Giants instead of just the 1. Maybe it could have lived if there was just the 1. Crazy times. Been getting some bad beats these past few games, but gonna try not to tilt. Because, you know, if you tilt, that's bad. But I can kind of start to feel it coming in. Maybe I should take a break from the game. I think that's a valid move. A valuable move as well. You know, I take some pleasure in the fact that you did stream. Wasn't a wasted day or anything like that. Wasn't a wasted stream even. We'll work on some other stuff. Because, you know, I got so much stuff to be working on. So much stuff for the YouTube, for the Twitch. I'm excited to be doing right now, and I've got like nothing but time in which to do it, which is great. I got an essay. I had an essay due in today. That's now done. And I got an exam in like two weeks and a day. But I can revise a little bit for that every day, and then, you know, the day before really put my, you know, you can do it if you put your back into it, kind of thing. I make sense in my own mind, and that means I've got so much time in which to stream. You might be thinking, but Dylan, what about your job? You gotta work. I'd reply to you, not when your company's not doing too well. Which I'm not going to go into, is the end of that sentence.
This guy's toast.
Okay, what are we doing here? Well, we're playing a Stonehill Defender this turn. It's just the smart thing to do. Belligerent Gnome seems like it will be good. I don't know how necessary it is to play a Mountain Giant on like turn 5. You know, it's not the main thing that we're looking for in this matchup. What we're really looking for is to not die. And then to play a Frostlit Journer and continue, and then to just never die. Like, I wouldn't mind having the Mountain Giant on the field when I play a Frostlit Journer. That's a lot of life steal. No, Meta's in an interesting place right now. Well, there's not many good combo decks. Really don't want to be playing Astral Rift. I don't want to be playing Astral Rift. Believe me, you don't want to be playing Astral Rift. If I play this, it's only going to bring this down to 4. I think I actually just ooze. Even though you could argue like the user's better when you when they've put a deadly poison on it, which is true. It's rare for things to turn out that way. Next turn I will be able to play Book of Spectres and drop the Mountain Giant, assuming my opponent doesn't do anything too scary. The big assumption. You know what happens when you make assumptions? You make an ass out of you, an umption. I can just clear that with the minion, that's fine. Small / big problem with dropping the Mountain Giant is really bad against the Vilespine Slayer, which they probably have and can almost definitely play. There's the setup, there's the payoff. You know, that's okay, I guess. Oh, I was gonna say I could Arugel Bonfire Elemental. Actually, it doesn't fill up my hand quite neatly. Put some stuff on the field. Potentially draws me an extra card that could be quite good. And there's not much else that I really need to do right now, so let's try it. It's greedy. Give me 2 Tar Creepers. That's 2 things on the board that they're probably going to want to deal with. If we can get like a nice big board of elementals for when we play our Frosted Journer, that would be good. I'm envisioning something like Arcanus, well, actually no, maybe double Tar Creeper. Next turn, double Tar Creeper, ping? It's not the best, it's not the worst. Depends how my opponent's board develops. Oh, Arcanosaur is just a slam dunk right here. I can't do anything but play Arcanosaur. I'll probably also freeze. No, I'll play double Firefly. That seems real good. Presumably my opponent cannot clear all of this, so it looks like I'm gaining some life next turn. Yeah, but now the tilt's starting to be reversed, removed.
Nice to meet you. Mushroom power!
No, you just trust it, Shona. It's alright that we're taking a turn off, because We're gonna get so much value from this. Not even value, just like everything that we need. The lifesteal's so important. My opponent now can't clear my board without healing me, so that's good. They've got 3, 7, 11, 13 damage. We're on 28. Getting an extra 15 is impossible, I think. Don't want to sound too certain of that, but I'm fairly sure. Look at them, clearing my board, doing exactly what I want them to do. Ooh, that could go very badly for you. Read, that will go very badly for you. Alright, you're getting the ping. You're getting this. You're getting this. And you can never get this. Look at all those lifesteal symbols. Feels good. Dum, dum, dum. I wonder indeed. Another Cobalt skill bin? I don't think so, buddy. Wait, you put that in your deck? What? Is that a thing people do? Oh, give me the life. Get a life, get swift cover. Good old joke only British people could even possibly get. I think. But I can't imagine swift cover was used elsewhere. Okay. Let's get you very deaded. Get you quite deaded. Really? You concede? I'm so shocked. Why would you do this? Okay, I'm gonna actually stop the stream. Don't know if I'm gonna like take a break and come back and stream a little bit later, or not. But this is some of the stuff that I want to work on. I got a little bit tilted in a couple of those games, and I don't know, just like not 100% loving playing some Hearthstone right now. I know that I'll want to a little bit later, so I'll do it a little bit later. Why not? Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. See you next time.